Hello everybody and welcome back to another one of my eating videos. I don't even know if people enjoy these. I ain't got any makeup on either, and I also have a smudge of mascara. Well, I do have makeup on, just like nothing very extravagant, but that's my routine. This is how it goes and that's what I'm showing you. So today we're going to start off the week cooking mushroom risotto. I forgot what it was called then. I will probably actually be looking online how to make this, because even though it's fairly straightforward, I don't remember some specifics, so I just need to remind myself about that. And me and Adam both love mushrooms. We have a big tub of mushrooms, and this is a great thing to cook when you've got a big tub of mushrooms that you wanted to buy and they're about to go out of date. So things like risotto, mushroom omelette is good for when you need to get rid of your mushrooms. I'm actually going to be using Indian rice for this. I don't really know if this is the right thing to use. Usually the big rice, thick long grain rice we get is good for risotto, but I went to go and get this in Asda. No, it wasn't Asda at all, it was Aldi, because I really prefer Indian rice, and I kept making curries and then didn't taste as good because it was our long grain rice, which is kind of gross. So I got Indian rice and I was like, oh damn it, I should have picked up some normal rice as well for something like risotto. But it might taste good with this, I don't know. And then all I really remembered that we're gonna need is obviously oil, onion. Adam doesn't actually like onion, this is ready chopped onion. But I doubt you can really taste it that strong when it's in amongst everything else. And obviously garlic, we love garlic. So I think you're supposed to only use 2 cloves, but I'm probably gonna use like 5. Fun fact, cutting mushrooms is like one of my favourite activities in the entire world. And fun fact, garlic is my worst. Now prepare yourself for probably one of the most controversial things you'll ever see me do, but I genuinely add hey, at least I'm not adding sambuca, right? Ew, Ellie, you're so gross. But I know it's gonna taste good. Something that always makes me laugh about mushrooms when I cook them, like the meal starts off looking so ridiculous because you add a lot. It looks like that, and then in a minute it's just gonna look completely different. Bon appetit. How did I get so hot so quick? I'm quite scared now. Today we're doing something a little bit different and a little bit more exciting, because we're going to be trying something for the first time, as in like a piece of kitchen equipment for the first time, because we got a
Bagotti.
It's an
air fryer.
It's by Begotten. Yeah, it is a air fat fryer. It came with this cool little recipe book, and it's got like little fun ideas that you can cook in it. I'll film you what you're doing now, because he's ready to go. He's ready to rock. He's got his oven fried fries.
So this bit just pops in, right?
Oven fries.
I've already made the mistake of like
popping
that off when I had it like here.
He had it in the air.
Thing, like flew and hit the ground.
Pressed the button, yeah, and it just like came off and it's chipped the bottom. Whoops. But I don't think that's going to make any difference. There is a big sign here that says not to do that, but you know, Adam can't read.
Well, it says while cooking.
Joking. Yeah, that will be because it's like, Imagine if you did that when it was cooking, that would be 10 times worse. So now we've learned our lesson when it's not on, so that's good. So you pop them in there. You don't need any oil because it literally just cooks it using hot air, which is amazing. So it's a lot more good for you. A lot more good for you. Please be careful.
I'm worried about that now.
Yeah, I would be. Oh, that was a nice little noise. Sounds like a Tamagotchi.
It looks like a mouth, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
It looks like he's whistling.
Yeah.
And then
menu. Another one for frozen fries.
yeah, it says there all the different things you can put in it. So obviously check which one yours is closest to. And then, oh my god. Oh, I'm a bit scared. So there's a little vent at the back, so I would say to keep that clear. So the thing I saw, which I'm really intrigued about, French toast sticks. And you guys know I'm a big French toast eater, so sticks is a really good idea. I never thought about doing that. So they'll be a little bit healthier. Not a lot, but a little bit healthier. And I'll leave a link down there to Amazon if you want to have a little look at this yourself. It's a bit of an investment, if I'm going to be honest, but if it's good, then we'll be using it almost every day. So sweet potato fries, you can make those at home. Sorry for the lighting, by the way. I hate how bad the lighting gets in here in the evening. Steak fajitas, there's literally so much. I don't know why I'm not just showing you all of this. Look at it all. Yeah, there was pizza somewhere. Look, pizza. I don't really understand, but I was gonna have some chips with him because I thought that would be quite nice to have our first meal using the new air fryer. But I really fancied making chicken tikka, well yeah, chicken tikka curry today. So got that on the boil, and then I've put some corn in the pan. I'm going to be using this. I haven't actually used this before. It's just a rich and creamy sauce with tomatoes, cream and spices. So that's going to go into this when it's a little bit more hot. I took it off the hob, which is why it's not boiling or anything. So I'm going to put our rice in there and I'll come back. Oh, and I've also got some veg.
Probably no.
No? Oh.
Bags of rice are always a massive pain in the ass because there's always like ways that the rice manages to find its way out.
I didn't notice this before, but it tells you how long you got left, which I think is really cute. Ooh, look at my manky nail. And then it says the temperature, but Adam was saying you can take it out and shake it around a little bit and put it back in if you wanna. I'm intrigued. I'm very excited. I'm also a bit nervous because it looks massive. It's very, very heavy as well. Came in this big old box here. And we literally just left it in the corner of our house for ages, and we've been wanting to use it for so long. But that is something to bear in mind. It is very heavy. God, the state of our kitchen. This is because we don't have any room in our recycling bin. We go through so many packages. I think it's because I get a lot of stuff sent to me. And by the way, I'm actually using basmati rice, and it was so much nicer in my opinion. So, yay. Okay, it's beeping, but there's still 9 minutes left. Ooh. Oh, I'm nervous. Imagine if it was just burnt. Oh, little noise. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, they look good. I'm always burning chips in the oven, so. Oh, it is like a Tamagotchi. So, how long did that take?
About 16 minutes, I think.
How long would it take about that in the oven?
Maybe a bit longer.
Okay.
Look pretty good though, right?
And now he's gonna try some nug nugs.
It's supposed to take about 6 and 12 minutes.
Cool. Do 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 do. Oh. Yum 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 yum. It's like he eats it. Cool.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Let's see, because these are more of a test as it's meat, so you can't obviously can't go too under on these ones.
I'm not a massive fan if they're like, you know, when chips are like husks. I think that's how you like them, when they're just like literally just crisp. I prefer it when it's at least got some sort of filling to it.
They like melt in your mouth. Like when you bite it, it just like goes poof and crispy. I'm well happy with that.
But they taste pretty good anyway.
I really approve of those.
And they are a bit different. They taste good.
Ooh, they look good. Are they cooked though? Oh, smells like kiddie lunch. Like it smells like kids' dinners. It smells really good. For some reason, this makes the food smell nicer. Adam's just given them a try and he said they're a lot softer than he usually cooks them in the oven because sometimes he overdoes them a little bit. I'm guessing because I can't try them, but I'm guessing if the chips kind of are a bit dry, they must be really like melts in your mouth a bit more because it's chicken rather than something like potato. How's yours?
Pretty good.
Banging. Not as good as korma, but obviously chicken tikka is totally different. I would say korma is probably nicer because it's creamier and sweeter. The corn, I like the corn pieces that I used for this most out of anything else that you can put with dinners that would have normal chicken in usually. That's just a heads up if anyone's interested in an alternative. The little squares are nicest. And now we're going to watch The Good Place on Netflix because we've been watching that for a little while now. It's about heaven and basically how you can be accepted into heaven. I don't want to give too much away. Hello! So, it's another cooking video. Another cooking. No, this is actually another part of I don't know why I'm telling you this as if you don't know. Basically, in my last cooking video I made a curry and it wasn't sweet enough, and this time round I managed to find a method to get it sweeter, and I was going to cook it today, try it out with you guys, and I also found some cool rice that I wanted to try with it. But I don't know if any of you guys can, my washing machine's real loud. I don't know how many of you guys can relate to this, but does anyone else have their sauces in the fridge? The current sauces in the fridge help them determine what they cook for dinner, because I remembered I had some chunky mushroom sauce because we had pasta last night. I didn't record it because it was a bit of a rush, and I only record me cooking when I'm like chill cooking, not like rush cooking. I got this. Not that this really particularly goes with what I'm going to decide to cook today, but this would not go with curry, that's for sure. So I'm saving my curry sauce and all that stuff, but what I have got for the curry sauce when I do make it is some yogurt, because before I used fat-free yogurts and it wasn't sweet enough. I got coconut yogurt, and hopefully it's really going to sugar it up. Today I thought I'd set myself the challenge of cooking mine and Adam's entire meal using, you've guessed it, or have you guessed it? Probably not. The air fryer. So I don't know if it's all going to fit in here if I'm honest, but what I'm going to cook, well, we're going to have the same kind of dinner. He's going to have breaded nuggets, grilled chicken, and chips. Like, I prefer chips in the air fryer because it makes them crispy, and it makes French fries really crispy to the extent where like you're breaking your teeth. But when you put thick chips in there, it's a really crispy outer layer and then a really nice like soft crunch to it. Soft crunch. That didn't make sense. But anyway, so I do actually like thick chips in an air fryer. Fun fact, I'm learning more about me every day, guys. But I wanted to try Asda's vegetarian meat-free popcorn chicken. It's vegan as well. Ages ago, I even filmed it on video. If any of you remember, like, hats off to you, but I found popcorn chicken in a shop a little while ago, and I was like, just buzzed, pure buzzed, because I really miss popcorn chicken. And then I remember being really disappointed about it because it didn't taste like popcorn chicken in the slightest. If anything, it was like soggy and a bit weird, and popcorn chicken to me is all about the crunch. I'm really intrigued to try this. And this is going to be the first time we put vegetables in the air fryer. This is only packet veg. I wonder what veg is going to be like. Looking at the size of this, I really don't think everything's going to fit in there. I don't know, it might pleasantly surprise me, but that is the amount of chips we're getting in there. Very, very sad fact, by the way, I broke my little Forky character. Can you see the little hairline? So sad. I had to super glue him back together. I literally just put him down like that and it just snapped. A little Forky, I got him from Primark. You put your teaspoons on when you're cooking tea and coffee. Cooking tea and coffee? Making tea and coffee, you know what I mean. So this is about to go off. It like seems to make food smell nicer, and so then it makes me think of like childhood dinners at like restaurants that would have play areas in or something. Promising. Not enough like crevices. I feel like these aren't gonna have crunch, but oh, by the way, I'm not going to be bothered by his meat touching mine. That's what she said. That's not the reason why I don't eat meat, you know, like I'm not someone who really cares about that. This is really a really weird experiment. I don't think the veg is gonna go in. Can you imagine putting veg on top of all of this? I don't think this is gonna work. Oh well. That's the whole point. It's an experiment. And over here, I've just heated up my sauce. This is a bit random. I wouldn't usually put a sauce like that with chips and popcorn chicken, but I kind of want to just make sure I don't have any food go to waste. And just in case anyone, oh, I could have put it on earlier, just in case anyone was interested, I'm using this stuff. I can't pronounce that brand, but it's the chunky mushroom pasta sauce. We go to Aldi because there's one near us, but this stuff I really like with mince, but it's really tomatoey, but it also has some like mushroom taste in it without actually putting mushrooms in yourself. So on the topic of buying things in supermarkets and food and stuff, we got this Absolute vanilla vodka. Me and Adam are quite big drinkers, if I'm gonna be honest. This is really good with Pepsi and Coke, because if you like vanilla Pepsi and Coke anyway, you really like this because it's basically, I mean, it's basically vanilla Coke, and with the benefits of drinking alcohol. Woo! So one of my favorite things about going to all-you-can-eat places, like buffet places for food, and they have the all-you-can-drink taps as well, where they have like all the different drinks and you can just pick and choose what you want. They always have Pepsi Max with all the like flavors you can add, like the cherry, vanilla, lime, I think. I don't know what the other ones are, but I always pick vanilla, so that basically tastes like that. So oh bollocks. Oh, I just got sauce all over the floor. Look at that. I definitely feel like I'm gonna get judged for doing this because this isn't the proper way to do this, but at the end of the day, this is an experiment to see really how convenient the air fryer can be. I feel like this is so crammed that it's not gonna cook it. There's only one way to find out. So, exactly what I expected to happen, happened. It looks like dinner you'll see on The Sims. Just a big array of colours. But I'm gonna add my sauce to my one so it might make it look a bit better. Bon appetit.
Ooh, like dried veg.
I literally just shoved our entire contents of dinner in the fryer.
Oh wait, is that
at separate times, obviously.
Scampi?
No, they're nuggets.
Nuggets?
Yeah.
So you put them in with your stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ooh, you got mayonnaise.
Does that not make you feel uncomfortable?
No.
As soon as I got it out, everything was sticking together. I was like, fuck. They've added like sausage herb. Like it tastes like what they try and make sausages taste like. I get what they're trying to do with that because popcorn chicken's quite like herby, isn't it? But it just, the only thing that popcorn chicken is always missing is obviously they can't mimic the skin and like the outer crunchiness of the batter. No, not batter. What is it?
Breadcrumbs.
The breadcrumbs. The thing that is never good at being mimicked is breadcrumbs around chicken. Doesn't have the edges and the ridges and stuff. Maybe if I burnt them a little bit. And it's vegan as well. Winner, winner, non-chicken dinner. Sure, good. And now we're watching Peep Show. That's a nice little screenshot.
Tonight we're big on the guys.
I'm a guy.
Well, when one experimental door closes, another one opens. I decided to give the air fryer a try with bread. I don't really know how that's going to go down, but I read in the book it's supposed to be nice, but I feel like it's not going to be the same really, is it? Speaking of, that smells like it's burning. It's probably because I haven't put enough oil on it, which is the very reason why I want to do this, because making fried bread always seems a little bit naughty. Oh, I feel like the smoke alarm's going to go off now. Let's just close this door. But anyway, it's a Friday, and Fridays always remind me of fry up evening dinners, because when I lived at my parents' house, my dad used to make fry-ups quite a lot on a Friday. It's one of those meals you can kind of make when you've got like minimal stuff in the fridge. Like it's kind of putting a bit of like everything into a plate, which you then decide to call a fry-up. So that's basically just, I've got eggs here, spaghetti, tin spaghetti, which I'm gonna put, well, I have put in there. And I've got one of the fried breads working on this pan. This is where the experiment comes in, because in here, These are my sausages, they're barely cooked. But I'm going to put in, I decided to half it just to see if it would, I feel like it would do a better job in half because there's less of it to fry. I don't really know what I'm saying. I actually had a pan of a really small amount of vegetable oil, sunflower oil, to soak the bits of bread in. I'm putting a lot less in for this than I did, than I'm going to do for when I literally fry bread on the pan, just to see if I can use a lot less sunflower oil using the air fryer. In there with the sausages. Just seeing what happens, and then I'm going to compare it to your bog standard fried bread in there. The sausages that you just saw were these ones. I can't remember if I've reviewed them on my channel yet, but if not, I can't really remember if I even like them. I'll review them with you guys. These are the Green Cuisine 6 meat-free sausages by, what brand is this? This is Bird's Eye. So let's give this a whirl. Hello, so this is my little mess of a dinner. Actually, this looks quite good. I'm gonna try the sausage, let you know how it is. It looks fairly dry, so I'm gonna smush it around my spaghetti. That was not an attractive shot. Sausages, vegetarian sausages are so hard to get right, but when they get it right, they get it very right. And when they get it wrong, they get it very wrong, like dry and like either too many herbs or not enough herbs. But I would say this sausage is a pretty good sausage. I never really ate much sausage when I used to eat sausage, so I'm not a massive sausage person anyway, so I'm not going to be very enthusiastic even about the best veggie alternative sausage ever. But yeah, that's pretty impressive. Probably I don't like when too many herbs and spices and stuff are put into sausages, although that is why people like sausages when they do eat meat. For someone who just likes your bog standard sausage and not one that's got loads of herbs and stuff in it, that's the kind of sausage for you. However, there are loads of alternatives available that have like more exciting spices and stuff in them. If you want them, just look elsewhere, don't get that kind of sausage. As for the toast that I put in the fryer, do you know that's not actually that bad? A lot easier to cook because when you fry it on a pan, it can burn very, very easily. And the amount of times I've set the fire alarm off with doing fried bread. So if I compare that to this side, which almost, this is gonna sound gross because there's loads of oil in it, which is why it's doing this, but it's almost a bit soggy on the other side, and I quite like a soggy bit of fried bread. Is that gross? That's probably all the like excess fat. It probably is. Well, if you're having it with a sauce like I am, it's not too bad. So for a healthier alternative, I would not complain about having the air fryer with half the amount of vegetable oil on it. If you're craving it and you don't want it, completely unhealthy. It's a good idea, it's a good idea. Look at that shot. Oh yeah, get it, get it.